So, in one of your videos, I seen Freddie Rio directed it. So, man, tell me about your relationship and how did you meet Freddie Rio?
Well, I met Freddie Rio through basically my brother, Waves. Waves introduced me to him. But really, bro, like, me and Freddie meeting up was like the best thing that could ever happen to my career, because bro saw my vision. He was able to execute my vision, which was perfect. Like, he saw what I saw. So from the jump, we just got on the ground running, like, you know what I mean?
Explain to me this whole trap Latin movement and how did it get started? And aren't you one of the founders of it, you and Freddie Rio?
Me and Freddie Rio are one of the founders of it on the north side in Atlanta. Basically, like, there's nobody really who's still making as much noise as we are. I mean, there's a few other artists like Migos and Nido, K from the South. Like, they up there with me. Like, you know what I mean? We all getting this money. We all trying to get to it. You know what I mean? So, like, but right now, Sucio Mob has Latin trap on lock. Me and Freddie Rio got together. Like I said it before, like, he saw my vision, bro. So, like, from there, we was just, you know what I mean? We just started taking off.
That's dope. So explain to me trap Latin music. What is it, though?
It's basically the Latin aspect of trap music. You know what I'm saying? So, in other words, it's like you hear all these artists out right now who talk about trap, like Gucci Mane on rap. That's their aspect of it. You know what I mean? The Latin side goes a little deeper into it. You know, we're a little bit more involved in the whole trade of it and everything. It's like just the things that we have to go through is just a lot extra. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what it is. We just telling our views from it.
All right, thanks. So let's speak about the song "Cross the Border." How did you come up with that song, man? And I don't really want to ask you, but is that real time shit that's going on, or that's some shit that you experienced?
That's real shit. Like that cross the border shit. I'm talking about, like, my amigos cross the border, bro. Because it's like, it's what it is. That's what they did to get here. You know what I mean? So I'm just, you know, speaking of what they go through, what I've experienced with them and stuff like that. Everything that I speak about in my music is something I've either seen or somebody's around me has experienced.
What do you think your music and who you are as an artist mean to the Latin trap era here in Atlanta and all over?
Well, basically, the way I feel like my music reaches out to all types of Hispanics, like everybody, really. So, and I spit stuff that everybody can relate to in all forms. Like, you know how there's some people who in the street, some people going through girl problems, some people going through whatever. But one thing for sure is like, in the Latin community, they know I'm trying to put us on as a whole, not just myself, not just my squad, Sucio Mob. I'm talking about everybody, brown skin, brown eyes, everybody. You know what I mean? So, and that way, all I could do is win, because all I'm doing is putting on for my people, not just myself. So that's how I get the support that way.
Dope. So how did the Sucio Mob, I said it right?
Yes, sir.
How did Sucio Mob come together?
It basically started back in like 2011. Me and Bert Sucio, he's the co-founder of Sucio Mob. We started off really as like a party promotion entertainment, like parody account as well on Twitter or whatever. But like during all this, I was still rapping, but I wasn't like rapping like professionally. You know what I'm saying? When I decided to take it like seriously is when I started making it into a record label. Sucio Mob Records has been established since 2018. So you know, that's basically right. We're more than that now. We're a whole record label. We're a whole, you know, we're going up.
So man, tell me about some of your life experiences, man. How life been treating you so far, and with starting this new music career, being a professional artist, has it made it better so far?
Well, really, because like music got me out of the streets, so it was basically, for me, it was just all the way up from there, because I stopped going to jail. I stopped having to run from 12 and all types of shit like that. So, you know, like when I decided to get right and focus on doing the right thing, like music and shit like that, like shit got a lot better for me. I got a lot better feedback. I made a lot more friends and enemies than when I was in the street, you know what I mean?
I feel that. I was speaking with your brother, and your brother said he basically, like, you know, took care of him. So with you being legit yourself, having to take care of your younger brother, how did that, like, motivate you, and how did that make you a better man today?
Well, like, it just, like, it takes away that selfishness that people tend to have. Like, you got to think about it for somebody else, you know what I mean? I can't let little broski down, so I got to, like, you know, I got to put on for both of us. Like I said, it goes back to trying to put on for my people, not just myself. You know what I'm saying?
With your group, man, when did you make that decision that you wanted to be like a solo artist and start putting out more music on your own and whatnot?
Basically, within this past year, I figured that basically, if I don't put myself on first, I won't be in a position to put on my people. Mm-hmm. So right now, what I'm trying to do is just put myself out there so I could be in a position so I could bring them along with me. You know what I'm saying? But there's 3 other artists in Sucio Mob. There's Lotto Sucio, AK Sucio, and Banger Sucio. And of course, you know, Waves, he's the madman behind the keyboards, you know what I'm saying? So, like, that's basically I'm trying to get it out there so we can all win, man. We all gonna eat, man, together.
So what is the difference in between the characters when it comes to you as a person that just being on the street and then you being an artist?
Well, like, it's kind of hard because, like, you start rapping and you don't really want to tell on yourself, but you really want to give them an idea of what your experiences was like, you know what I'm saying? So you got to kind of, like, be careful when you rapping. You got to be careful with what you saying and what you did. You don't really want to say, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You want to say, like, it's happening around you type of shit, you know what I'm saying? So, like, being a street artist, you gotta watch out because the hip hop police is on your ass about that shit.
They are. Because I mean, I like I said, I feel like you're a very interesting person. I want to know more about you. You know what I'm saying, just as far as a person and as an artist, because I believe that there's some things that you probably have experienced that you just haven't put all the way into music. So for your fans to like want to get closer to you, what are some things about yourself that people might not know that you want to tell somebody?
Well, the first thing they should know is that I'm originally from Rhode Island. I was born in Rhode Island. I'm from the south side of Providence. When I was 13, I moved down here to Georgia or whatever. My folks going through it or whatever, you know, so we ended up down here. So that's a lot where my lyricism comes from that. You know what I'm saying? From being up north. I grew up listening to like Nas, Biggie, Jay-Z. Cassidy was one of my main influences. Like Cassidy, like his aggressive style, his punchline flow was like, man, I was like, hell yeah, I want to start rapping. So I started battle rapping.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's dope. That's interesting. You got a fun fact.
Yeah. So like, when I started battle rapping, I came down here and like there was people over here who was like battle rapping too. So I was just like, shit, man, I'm finna start eating out here. So, cause I heard down south music and I didn't think there was lyricism, but I was wrong.
Yeah.
There's definitely lyrical rappers here in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that for sure. Like. So I came down here and I was just sparring, you know, with different rappers.
So you was sparring.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, we was just trying to get it. So after a while, like, I started listening to Gucci Mane.
Yeah.
Gucci Mane was like one of my biggest influences when it came to my flow, because the way he just didn't give a fuck, the way he just kind of grimy, like, you know what I mean? Like, he still stood on the beat. He was riding the beat. You know what I mean? So, like, I wanted to sound like him, but I wanted to do my lyricism with it, you know what I'm saying? So that's really where my style came from, because being down here and being up north, you know what I'm saying?
I feel that. I mean, so did those battle rap situations, have it ever got kind of like testy? And I know they be saying some crazy shit to each other and that shit. Have you ever got physical for the most part?
I mean, there was a few times we had to put some pans on some folks and saying whatever, but like, it wasn't really because of what they said. Like, I got a tough skin, bro. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say.
Yeah.
I don't really give a fuck, you know what I mean? But some of them just like they're the way they walk up on you, touch you.
Okay.
You know
So you came from that all the way.
Yeah.
So how do you put that into like this new style of music?
Really, but the main thing is you got to be paying attention to what's going on, man. Because if you're like, I don't want to listen to nobody else, I don't want to hear any of that bullshit that's going on, you're not finna know what's going on. You're not finna know what people like. So, and my thing is like, I don't want to just stay rapping my whole style. I'm always switching up my style. Like, I'm as the time goes on, I'm adapting. My style's adapting to like what. I'm not gonna say that I'm not gonna sound like me, but I'm sounding like me in a way that they're gonna like it. You know what I'm saying? At the moment, whatever the fad is at the time, I'm adapting to it. I'm with it. I'm going for the long run.
That's a bet. So what do you think your purpose is for 2020?
To get all the way out there and get in a position to put all my mob on, the whole Sucio mob, all of my Latin people, all my Latin rappers, everybody on the south side, north side, west side, wherever you at, I'm trying to do this for all of us. We all gonna get put on.
Facts, man. There you have it, man. You know, he had to link up with the real one. Rich and Fake TV, bro. Is anything you want to say before we slide, dog?
Big Sucio over here with Rich and Fake TV. You already know the vibes, nigga. 75 no.
Yes, sir. And we out.